Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. I have been wanting to do this challenge for a long time. You know all those super beautiful influencers who are like, I let someone else decide my day, or I let Instagram tell me which clothes to buy. Well, I want to do it. So in today's video, I let my Instagram followers design my soap. I gave them 12 questions. Some of them were this or that. Some of them were multiple choice. And at the very end, I asked them if there was anything they wanted to see that I didn't include in the other questions. The first question was, should I put frosting on top or should we make it a low top? Frosted soap won out with 61%, so we will be making a frosted soap today. Then I asked, should we use a fragrance oil or an essential oil? And this was really close. But in the end, fragrance oil won with 55% of votes. Next, we get to pick an inside design. So I gave them 4 options of a drop swirl, layers, in the pot, or a hanger swirl. And guess what? In the pot swirl won, and I was genuinely surprised. I did not expect that. I definitely thought a hanger swirl was gonna win, but in the pot it is. Next, I asked, should I add glitter on top of the soap? And the overwhelming majority of people, with 81%, said yes, I should. Then I said, if glitter wins, and everyone votes for glitter, how much should I add? Should I add like a lot or just a little sprinkle? This says 50-50 on the poll, but I can look in the sneaky analytics and see that 100 extra people voted for loads and loads of glitter. So that extra 100, you guys just changed the whole top design. Next, I asked for a color palette. Vivid, bold neons, pastel, soft, warm, neutrals or black and white, or jewel or cool tones. Again, the overwhelming majority picked pastel, soft, and warm. Next up, I asked if we should add flowers on top as well. This was also really close, but adding botanicals won out with 53%. Then I said, what about embeds? Should I make special embeds or use some of the ones that I have over there? 56% said I should make special ones, so that's what we will be doing first today. I also had my Instagram followers pick a scent description. Did they want fruity, yummy, sweet, a bakery or dessert scent like chocolate or cinnamon roll, a fresh, clean mint smell, or an ocean aquatic M? Why is that there? I don't know. That's a typo. Fruity, yummy, and sweet won out by just like 100 votes. It barely beat out fresh, clean, and mint. Then I asked, should we put a Mica Drizzle on top? And y'all were like, yes. 77% of people voted for that. And finally, I asked if there was anything else I should add, and I'm gonna pick 2 or 3 special requests. As of filming right now, I have not looked through all the special requests, so I'm going to look through it with you guys, and we'll pick some right now. Lots of people said glitters inside. Science Nails is the first one to suggest it. And while my eco-friendly biodegradable glitters will in fact biodegrade like in the soap, like you won't be able to see the glitters. I know lots of people have asked me, put hollow in the soap, but it won't look very good and it'll be kind of scratchy. Mad Micas and Nurture Soap do, however, have some really sparkly micas where the sparkle still shows up in a cold process soap. So I'll be sure to add some of those. Thank you, Science Nails. We will take your suggestion of putting glitter inside as our first special request. Lots of people have said gemstones, like add real gemstones on top. I'm not sure what I have in the studio right now. I might have to scrounge around and we can see if we can find some. So we will take that as special request number 2. Not interesting Leah request pink salt, and I think that would be a really good addition to this soap, so I will pick hers as the final request. Okay guys, let's see what I can scrounge up and we will get cracking. I do have some stones. I just remembered that the loveliest company sent me in all of these stones. They're sitting in these cute little boxes. Let me fetch them. Ooh. So I was sent these gemstones from the Crystal Gemstone shop. I will leave their links down below, and I have not unwrapped all of these yet, so let's take a peek and see if any of them will fit the soap design today. Ooh, pink calcite. Ooh, these are pretty. These are really, really big. Don't know if they'll fit. I'll have to look and see. Ooh, what's this? Wow. What is the name of this? Here is the name that I cannot pronounce. And here is the beautiful stone. I'm sure the light is bouncing off it and you cannot see how beautiful it actually is, but it's a little too dark for what we're trying to do today. Also, yes, I know, my nails are heinous. Please ignore them. New jade. That sounds pretty. Ooh, I love it. Chevron amethyst and amethyst. Little amethyst spiky spikes. Ooh. I have determined that for this soap, the pink calcite is going to be the best choice. I don't have enough to put one on every single bar, so I think I'm also going to try to supplement with some rose quartz if I can find it. Found them! Here's the rose quartz. So every bar will get a stone, even if they're not all the same stone. For the glitter inside the soap, I'm going to be using this wild strawberry mineral glitter from Nurture and this Sparkle Plenty from Mad Mica's. Both of these will be very shimmery inside the bar. Okay, so now let us scoot along to the embeds. I have decided to do some hearts on top. This is the same mold that we used for the Sweet Tarts inspired soap, and I think these little hearts are the perfect shape. And then also, I'm going to do some moon embeds, and these I'm actually going to glue onto the front of the soap, which was something else that y'all requested. So to make everything super extra sparkly, I'm going to put a little glitter at the bottom of these molds just to make it a little extra sparkly. And while I'm doing this, I'm gonna kind of think about the design. It's pretty clear to me that you guys wanted sparkly, but also wanted it to be, I guess, sort of trendy in the color scheme. There's a really popular color scheme on Instagram right now that is also gold, warm, sort of pastel pinks and stuff. I'll throw up a couple of pictures right now so that you guys know what I mean. There's tons of people that have this color scheme as their house colors or just their general feed colors. In fact, I kind of get certain influencers mixed up with one another because their pictures are colored so similarly. Everyone seems to lean towards warm tones right now in photos. That seems to be very popular. Now we have a lot of ground to cover in this video, so I'm going to go ahead, melt down my soap, add all the colors, pour it all, and we'll just do a lovely little speed through so that you guys, well, aren't here all day long. Now that all of my embeds are set to the side, I have my soap making oils here. All my colorants are prepped, and to the oils, I'm going to add some Nature's Garden. Actually, no, I'll wait. I'll wait just in case. But eventually, I will add this Nature's Garden Love Spell fragrance. It is very fruity. It has notes of raspberry, peach, strawberry, and grape. Smells a lot like the Victoria's Secret Love Spell fragrance. Just gonna add in my lye water solution. I'll probably blend while I do this. Now here are my 3 colors. You guys know I normally put my colors in one of those little corn cups, but this time, because I'm only doing one batch and I'm not measuring anything out and this soap is not being recreated, I just went ahead and put it straight into the containers. And the color scheme I went for is sort of a rose gold, light pink, again, going for the warm and pastel as well. And I didn't want to include any cool toned pastels, so I'm going for the pinky, orangey, yellow, gold. How could I forget? I forgot my spatula. Just plumb forgot it over there. How would I survive without my scrapey spatula? Now, before I add any of the fragrance oil or the titanium dioxide, I'm gonna see just how dark the color is. This one I wanted to be the darkest pink, and it looks pretty darn good. And you can see some of that strawberry glitter in there if you look real close. Here's the medium pink. Alright, so let's add some titanium dioxide. I'm going to add quite a bit to that one. Tiddly bit to this one. Tiddly bit to that one. Alright, so I'm going to mix in the fragrance oil by hand, and these colors look so splendid. Also, don't be scared by that fragrance oil looking really yellow on top. It won't discolor the soap, even though it is quite pigmented out of the bottle. Marvelous! Alright, so I'm going to let these set up just a little bit more, and then we're going to start layering them into the bucket. So we're going to start with the lightest pink color. I'm going to pour half of it in. Then we're going to go with the second darkest pink color. We're going to go with the gold. Then we're going to go in with the darkest color.
What a crime.
All right, and now I'm going to scrape out the containers because I'm not going to return to them. We're not doing a swirl on top because you guys picked frosted soap. This is the perfect consistency. Whenever I do an in the pot swirl, if you have it too runny, your colors will over mix, and that, in my opinion, just doesn't quite look as good. It's really best to have enough give so that it molds to the next color, but not so much that it completely reincorporates. Okay, so far we can check off the color scheme, the fragrance oil, the scent description, the glitter on the inside, the interior design, the fact that it's going to be frosted, and making the special embeds. So the only thing we have left are adding lots of glitter on top, adding the botanicals, adding a mica drizzle, and adding the pink salt. So let me mix up my soap frosting. Okay guys, so I am going in within a Tico 869, and I made a soap frosting color very similar to the one that is already inside the soap. And as I was looking for all the embeds I need to put on top, I discovered somehow, I do not know how this happened, but somehow I do not have any pink sea salts. So unfortunately, I cannot complete that little extra task in there, so I'm just gonna stick with the other two, which was adding glitter inside and adding stones on top. I can do both of those. Now, in between the layers, I am going to add some mica drizzle. You guys have been asking me to do this for so long. I get so many requests from people being like, why don't you put it on the inside? It's not for any reason specifically, it just doesn't show up as well as it does when it's on top of the soap. Ooh, pretty. And then of course we'll finish it off with a little pink. Boo 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 boo. Time for round two. So this definitely started setting up quicker than I expected. I added a lot of titanium dioxide, and on top of that I mixed it for a really long time because I get impatient. You really shouldn't mix it for as long as I did, but c'est la vie. Another thing that I was having a hard time figuring out how to incorporate is the flowers, quite frankly. I don't feel like this soap needs them. All right, let's add a little more pink. Add some more white, and then I'm going to save the gold. I think the gold needs to go on the very tippy top to help those stones I'm gonna stick on kind of stand out. Last little bit. You guys designed a great soap. I will say it. I am really, really happy with what all of you chose. And I was very surprised because I've seen a lot of those videos where people have their followers pick things, and normally there's way more ties. Like way more 50-50 polls in there where one just barely wins out, but I think I only had 2 of them. You guys knew what you wanted. Y'all's collective group mind is stunning. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit of that gold right down the middle. Also a little bit on the sides here. Gonna go ahead and pour the rest on there because I kind of need to hurry up because things are indeed starting to really set up now. All right, so let's take some of those gigantic, magnificent, heavy stones. I mean, they are so heavy. Place some of them on here. So now I'm gonna put on the little rose quartz stones, and honestly, these look the same. Are they the same? I'll have to look it up and see if one is the fancy name and one is the common name. Okay, so now I'm going to add some of the sparkles on, just a few of them before I add the rest of the embeds. So this first one is from the Good Glitter. This is their opal, sort of a purpley toned bio glitter. I used this in one of the exclusive soaps last month. Now I have some more really sparkly sparkles with some stars in there, a little bit of pink glitter, a little bit of hollow glitter. It's a whole thing. And now I shall add some of the heart embeds I made just for this soap. So sparkly. I'm going to put them on facing me just because I'm so worried that I'm going to place them in the wrong spot. And we don't want that. Wow. 2 of my soaps don't have the heart. I guess I just made 2 short. Darn it. Okay, those are gonna be for my mom and Joanna. And now on the other side, I'm going to add some little gems. These look like diamonds and they've been dusted in Sparkle Me Gold so they stand out a little more. Lovely. Okay, now let's add the flowers. So I'm just adding a little tiny bit of rose petals to this side. These are pink rose petals, and so they actually end up matching the soap pretty well. Okay. We have a little more glitter to add, and then I think we're good. I'm going to tap on a little bit of Into the Mystic by Mad Micas. This is a hollow biodegradable glitter. Just shake that on. All right, and I think we are done. Wow, I love it. You guys did so good. I think the only thing I need to do is add some rose petals onto the other side so it looks even. But besides that, this soap is done. And we will come back to chop these soap loaves into bars after this quick commercial break. That's not supposed to happen. Why is it stuck? Okay, let's try that again. This soap looks so beautiful this morning. Look at those colors. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to cut this with Evangeline because often my stone placement is off by just a teeny bit. Wow, is that actually gonna work? I think it is. Awesome! Okay, so I'm gonna go really, really slowly. This soap is still very soft. The fragrance oil I used makes a pretty soft bar initially, so this is easy to do. That's a big bar there at the end. It's gonna go really, really, really slow. Okay, let us take one of these bars and take a peek at the inside. Wow! That looks so bloomin' pretty, and look at all of the glitter on the side. I definitely think we nailed the make lots of glitter. And honestly, this one looks super pretty too, the one that just has the little rose quartz pieces on top. In fact, the glitter stands out a little bit more with those. It looks really, really good. You guys did a great job! I'm pretty sure we hit all of the things we set out to do. I think this bar is really, really stunning. And if you get really close, you can see some of the lines the mica makes up here in the top. Some of them are a little bit fainter, but they are definitely still there. The color palette is delectable. I think I need to do this color palette again, maybe with an artisan soap, so one of the ones that doesn't have frosting on it, because it really can stand on its own. The only thing I don't particularly love are the rose petals. I don't think that this soap needed a floral addition, so if I ever remake it, I will probably keep those off, but other than that, I have no complaints. Okay guys, here's the question of the day. I want to know, should I make a sister soap to accompany this one, but with cool toned pastels? So here's like the bronzy summer warm pastel. I could do a blue, purple, sort of icy pastel. Would you guys like to see that? Let me know in the comments below. We used to do poll cards, but YouTube took away that feature. Now let us not forget, we still have a pretty embed to place on top of these bars. So I haven't removed any of these moons yet. Ooh, these look so nice. Take a look at that moon. So sparkly. This looks like resin. I should do resin art with this mold. I wonder if I could do that. Would I even be good at that? Surely it's not too different from soap making. You guys, let me know if I should try some resin art on the channel. So I'm gonna pick the side that I think has the prettiest swirl on it, which I feel is this one. Where should I put this? Should I put it at the bottom? Should I put it at the top, like peeking up here? Moon rising in the middle? I kind of like it down in the corner. I think that's where I'll put it. So I'm just gonna take a teeny bit of melt and pour here. Gonna kind of touch the ends so that there's some in the middle and on the ends. Press down, and then any little bit that's kind of sticking on the side, I'll just wipe away or kind of lift away later. That looks so unique and beautiful. Here it is up close. Look how nice. Ooh. Now, as I'm gluing this on, I want to talk about something. I have been asked many times why I don't do more soaps with a raised embed on the front. I do them occasionally, maybe 3 or 4 times a year, but I don't do them very often. I also am no longer doing the mermaid tails on top of soaps. And there's a couple of other things that I just don't do on top of soaps anymore. And it's not because I don't like it, okay? It's because of shipping. It is always because of shipping. Because I do not want your product to arrive damaged. We already have enough trouble with USPS not taking marvelous care of our packages as it is. So adding anything that is very fragile to the front of the soap or sticking out of the sides that could potentially break during shipment, I just don't like doing that. I don't like running the risk. The last time I made the mermaid soap, so many people got damaged tails, and it wasn't because we didn't pack them well enough. It's because the boxes just got banged around so bad. And I do keep that in mind whenever I create soap designs. I have to think about, will this product actually make it to the customer in one piece? And that does determine the types of designs that I do, the types of embeds that I use. Anything that can't withstand shipping often doesn't get made. Most people, when they buy from me, do not buy one bar. They buy multiple bars and then they bang all around in the shipping container. There are a lot of things I've learned about shipping products with my small business. There are just a lot of things that you have to keep up with. I'm really glad that I have my brother Simeon now to help me out with all of the things and increased rates and carriers and blah, blah, blah. Also, this is a great time for me to talk about Shopify and our website. So Joanna got a lot of messages. I got a lot of messages from people on the last release. Most of them were very, very kind. However, this last time we got a couple of the nastiest emails I've ever received from people that were very, very angry that they did not get to check out even though they had items in their cart. So I was going to talk about that real quick. Shopify does not guarantee cart safety. They don't do it. Like, it's not a thing with Shopify. And Shopify hosts Fortune 500 companies, okay? They host major, major players. But every time Royalty Soaps does a release, it is basically like Black Friday. That's the way that we were told to kind of think about it. We have limited stock. We have tons of people on the website all at one time, and everyone wants to buy the exclusive items first. And this is happening at a lightning fast rate. So if I have 10 bars of soap and 100 people add it to their cart, which we can't stop them from doing. If we have stock and it hasn't sold out, we can't stop people from adding it to the cart. Then 90 people are not going to get it. Only 10 people are going to get it. And it's just whoever checks out the fastest. That's all there is to it. This is why I highly recommend, if you purchase from me, to go to my website, make an account, save all your shipping and payment information. That way when release day comes, you have the fastest checkout experience possible. Because if you're trying to type in your name and your billing details and all of that, it's gonna take forever. And you're probably going to miss out. But we contacted Shopify. We have been talking with them, like their expert team, multiple times a year about, is there anything we can do to make this not happen? And they're just like, no, we can't make this happen. No one can make this happen because you have limited stock, and that's just the way it is. This happens to big things like Best Buy on Black Friday. Whenever you go to Best Buy's website and you're like, hey, I want that TV. And your neighbor's like, hey, I want that TV. And you both add it to your cart and there's only one in stock. Only one of you is getting the TV. The only thing that we can do is make more stock, which of course we are working on. All to say, we really value you guys. We take what we do seriously. I know that it's just soap, like, but it means a lot to people and it makes y'all happy. And we get so many customer comments from people that say it brightens up their day. We don't take that lightly. Okay guys, so this is what all the finished bars look like, all lined up. I think they look marvelous. What should we call this? I kind of want to make a joke with it and call it just like trend aesthetic. Why don't you guys let me know down in the comments below? I mean, don't think too hard about it, but if you're looking at these bars and you're like, I know what you should call them, let me know. Maybe I'll pick your name. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing to my channel. Be sure to let me know the name for this soap down below, and also if you'd like to see me make a cool toned version. I care about what you have to say. Thank you to everyone who voted in the polls on Instagram. I highly value your opinion. I hope that I've done you proud. And if you guys want to vote on more polls and be included in upcoming video choices, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I have exclusive content over there. If this is the first video that you've ever seen of me, hello, welcome. We're very happy to have you. All of the other royal court members are darling people. Raise a hand in the comments section if this is your first soap video. And please go do something fun for yourself today. I don't truly care what you do. I just want you to do something that makes you happy. And I will see you guys next Wednesday for another video. And until then, have an absolutely royal day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Meow.